Our continued coverage of the 72nd Summerset National Open and Masters Indoor Bowls Championship being held at Te Rauparaha Arena, put an R on the arena in Porirua. I'm joined in commentary with this one by Grant Rayner, and we are watching Brian McDonald take on Lois Lamont in a quarter-final match in the Masters Singles. How are you feeling, Grant?
I'm feeling pretty good. Should have a pretty good match up here. I don't know. Is it going to be even sort of a game? What do you think?
Well, they both play Patterson Trophy for their district. Lois usually plays lead or two. Brian's usually found sort of further up in that team, a three or skip. They've both had lots of experience. If I was to pick a winner, you'd sort of expect to see Brian come through this one, but Lois is certainly no mug, and she'll be trying her best.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I think he's found his way onto that straight hand straight away. Lamont just playing the big swing. Yeah,
Brian might have had a bit of the inside knowledge.
Maybe someone's
said, hey,
stick
him
on the straight hand, bro. Oh, he's coming the big one now.
Well, we'll see if he takes his green, then we'll know. Both played Patterson for their district. Experienced players. And they've made their way to the quarterfinal of the Masters Singles competition, so they know what they're doing. This is a great start here from Brian McDonald.
Well, that's the best first bowl on a big swing we've seen in 4 games.
3 right on it, as we see.
It's just giving her a bit more room, though, unfortunately. And but we've seen that this hand is not an easy hand. She's narrow and she's short, and that's a 4 on the first end. Nerves.
That's a
nerves playing a part there on Lois.
Yeah,
she got this far, so
she won't be pleased. As we see Sean Blackburn in the background
just
there.
Gonna say.
I would say that indicates that his defence of a singles title has
kaput.
Has stopped.
And 4 on the first end. You can't get a better start than that.
Great start there from Brian McDonald. And now it's about scoring again, isn't it? You
Absolutely.
Get your 4, you go, right, I've got a number.
Don't drop
I want
a 3.
to score again. Make another thing happen. As we see Brian deliver the jack. It's been a sluggish mat by all accounts. That's what we've heard about this one. A bit slow.
We've got Matt Ellis as the marker. Big, lanky
classy
man
bowler
from Waikato area.
As we see Brian Macca on his backhand. Nice. I've always quite liked his stance. Nice and sort of
quite stable. He's got
stable
the
stance.
3 points of contact.
Good bowl. Bit of Jim Crochet in the background. What more could you ask for on a rainy Sunday afternoon, Grant? And it is afternoon because it's 12:30.
And I'm assuming it's still raining. There's no windows on the stadium.
I've just taken a step in the dark there, to be fair. As we see
probably
Lois,
raining.
It's Wellington. As we see Lois on her backhand, reasonable first bowl.
No better place to be than in a stadium playing indoor bowls on a wet and gusty day.
Yeah, better than playing outdoor bowls, I can tell you that. Brian on his forehand on the big swing. He's got it pretty well picked this early on in the game. He's taken a nice line twice. Not as easy to do as you'd think.
Those who've progressed in the last round, and Dale Rayner's continued to charge, taking out Gary Lowe, Ashley Diamond, getting through her last game. And now she's up against Matthew
Foster,
that we saw in the first game here today. If you were watching us early, he won the first game on the TV mat here. And
classy youngster.
Now taking on Dale Rayner, New Zealand, skip of the women's 4s and triples.
Keysetta looking absolutely chuffed in the background. As we see Brian McDonald on the forehand. He just needs that little bit more weight. He's edged it up enough. Sitting reasonable. Lois, her second bowl was sort of undergreened and underweighted a little bit. She'll be wanting a bit more of both now.
Oh. She let that... Is that how she always lets that go? It didn't look smooth, did it? But it's effective. I thought she was going to be narrow, but she's made it.
Good bowl. She played a good bowl.
Fantastic.
Yep. As we see Brian McDonald on the forehand. Oh, they've turned the music up.
We've had a pretty good response to the music being played.
Yeah.
New initiative here. We had anyone complain about the music that we know of, Alex?
I couldn't possibly comment on that, Rayner, but I know that everyone I've spoken to whose opinion I respect has been supportive of the music. We see Lois on the forehand. There was actually an opportunity for Lois on the backhand to hit a bowl. She could have tried to hit that blue bowl at 12 o'clock, but hasn't quite managed that, and she just fallen a bit short on the forehand there.
That blue bowl onto the orange.
Yeah, take them both off, but she did not to go for that on this occasion. She tried to draw it on her forehand and it's dropped to 2 points. So we see Brian sort of sprint out to a lead now, 6-0 after 2 ends.
Maybe we'll just see Lois relying on her draw shot rather than aggressive play. It's obviously got her this far. She's going to, rely on that more than a run shot.
I haven't come across Lois much in my time playing indoor bowls. I've seen her at Patterson Trophies when I used to play for Tauranga in Zone 2, and she was there. But I couldn't comment on what style of game she plays. I don't know. Brian McDonald just getting down to his work.
Yeah, settling in on the narrower draw hand, the more consistent draw hand.
Yeah, he's super experienced, this Brian. He's been playing top 16, top 8 stuff for 30, 40 years now. So we see a bit of a wobble on that bowl.
Just down in front of us here, we've got a couple of good matchups. We've got Caleb Hope against Paul Wright.
Yes, yeah, it's good to see.
Just a mat over from that, Paul Basila versus Tim Beale.
Yeah, we've had a few outdoor bowlers, well, people who play both codes, have a dabble at this Nationals. Caleb Hope, Ray Martin, who beat me in the singles post section. It's good to see them having to go at both. Dale Rayner still going. She's a pretty well-known outdoor bowler as well. So some people who are good at both codes having to go at this indoor Nationals.
And of course, that's where they started their games. Indoor bowls, learnt the basics.
Yep.
And then went to outdoor with those skills.
Yep.
Head reading skills, guys. If you're an outdoor bowler and you want to get good at reading the head, and you come and play indoor as well. Learn how to play those shots.
Absolutely. It teaches you how to see what's what. And because it's a game, it's a bit easier to get your bowl where it's going. It is much more about where it's going. So we see Brian on his forehand, just stacking heads up nicely here. He doesn't want to give Lois any room to breathe.
And just looking further down the hall, the last game we saw with Daniel French. I'm going through all the French bowlers. With Daniel French, he's now playing against, I think that looks like Nathan Trowell down there.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big matchup.
So we see another 4 on the works here for Brian McDonald. He'll be just looking to get close. Go, there you are. Got you under pressure.
Nathan Trowell and Matthew Foster heading on a collision course for the final, I think, if they keep on progressing.
That would be an incredible story, wouldn't it? Two juniors or young men out of the Gisborne, Poverty Bay, East Coast district.
But first they have to get past 2 Matt Blacks, and he's holding another 4 here.
Great bowls there from Brian. To be fair, of any game we've had on the TV, Matt, I'd say Brian's picked it up as well as anyone we've seen so far. He's got
a bit of more of an opportunity to make it look good, and that's you won't be happy with that at all.
He's put 12 bowls within 2 feet of the jack, and has galloped out now to a 10-0 lead after.
I'm sad to say this game might be over pretty fast if it keeps up this pace.
Showing his experience, I think, and Lois will be looking to try something.
How often, though, do you see it when a player gets out this far and they just take their foot off the pedal, and let the other person in? We'll see if Brian can keep progressing the score.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to keep that foot on the throat attitude happening, don't you? So we see Brian on his backhand. Again, another bowl close. He's playing some superb bowls in this game. As we see Lois on the backhand. It's coming back. Reasonable. It is interesting. It does appear that you can go around the straightener on that hand. We saw Daniel
she's
French
going a lot wider.
Game.
These guys are going wider than the other people have.
Yeah, it must be. It's almost like there's 2 tracks on that side of the mat. So you can take a wider green, 6 to 8 inches away from the side of the mat, or you can take that tight line. But halfway in between, it's not going to turn for you. So see, this is a wider track than what we have seen, but it's coming back to be in line with the jack. It's interesting.
It's definitely under the blue. There's definitely the line's definitely under that blue for the jack, from what we've seen. Different deliveries, different styles, different parts of the box.
So we see Lois on the backhand again, and that high line, but it's coming back that little bit. She's got half a chance, a sniff here of scoring some points.
She's put two good bowls together here.
Brian on the forehand.
Big swing here.
Taking his top. Don't worry, it's just a cough. Taking his time on his forehand.
He hasn't got the weight, as we've seen. It pulls up here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just pulls up.
Interesting to see what Lois opts to do here.
Good line. She's got to go the big swing here. She hasn't done much on the big hand.
Here we go. She's chucked out on the forehand.
She's given this one a lot better weight.
This is more like what she would have been expected from herself, Grant.
And a better delivery that time too.
Came out nice.
It didn't, you know, the hand didn't contort.
Came out nice. It's always a good sign. Always a good sign. When
She
it comes
felt
out
a
of your
lot
hand
more.
smooth.
She felt good about that delivery.
Yeah,
She, you know,
definitely.
she wasn't riding it all the way down.
So
She was.
if you're Lois, you're like, look, I'm holding 1.5, 2 shots here. Please miss. You know, just give me that opportunity to add a bonus rather than trying to salvage.
Even when
the
you're 10-0 up and you've got a situation like this, say in the back of your mind, you go, man, I don't want to miss this. I want to be 10-4.
yeah, it's very important.
10-1, 10-2, I'm happy. But
Oh, he's tapping. He's tapping.
oh,
He's
just
short. He's
oh,
short.
chunned it at narrow, as we say.
A wild chance here for Lois Lamont. Depending on whether she's holding big numbers, little numbers, is whether
Three. It's three, isn't it?
Yeah,
Surely.
well, just don't move the jack then. You know, be
Wow.
you,
Just move it to the blue in the middle.
you want to be
Make sure of it.
missing wide. She'll take the full green available here.
She's gone narrow. Opportunity missed. There's nothing to lose there. Back orange, weight onto the jack. But she's scored. It's the main thing. 2, maybe.
Oh, we've lost the bowl.
It's kicked. Oh, there it goes.
We've lost the bowl. Lois Lamont's bowl gets kicked into the ether.
That's what I think of that.
It's actually put a dent into the grandstands there, Grant.
It's a steal too.
Yeah, so it's a solid kick is all I'm saying, but 2 points there, Lois Lamont. Trailing by 8 points now after 4 ends of the scheduled 12 to be played at this event. 12 ends, 35 minutes, of course. Nice, pretty reasonable time limit. Used to be 12 ends, 30 minutes, which was...
She's persisting.
Pushing it then.
She's the first person who's persisting with this
Yeah.
big swinging hand with her first bowl.
That's interesting. It's a...
Apart from Paul when he was trying to catch up.
yeah, it's a challenge, isn't it? Or at least on this nice tighter hand, there's much less to go wrong. So we see Brian McDonald leading off on the forehand side, that nice straight half green.
Yep, nice guide under the blue.
Paul Posada playing some great bowls in the background as well. Rainer, you'll be pleased with that. It's your peers lead, and
I'm very pleased, but I hope he doesn't use them all up.
who are your
Just
what are your
quietly.
nationals teams this year?
Paul Pasila and the Peers will
Yes.
meet on tomorrow.
So you won that twice, haven't you? The peers.
We have won it twice. We've gone, we've got a couple of last eights in it too, so we've nibbled around the edges and won it a couple of times. And then in the triples, I've got Paul Pasila and Terry Blackburn.
Have you decided on a positional?
I kept saying, it's your turn to skip, Terry, it's your turn to skip. She,
What
goes,
if for that one?
she keeps saying, I just like to relax and lead, please.
Okay, well, we'll keep our eyes peeled on that one. We might see us turn up on one of the TV matches, then we'll know for sure
Yeah.
what order of play that's going to be.
I think my time at the top might be time to let the young ones take over, and maybe I can just lead, you know. But at this stage, it'll be the same combination, the same.
Yeah.
Terry first, Paul second, and then myself. And then in the fours, I've got Jeff Stewart,
Yes,
young Jeff Stewart from North Wellington, the pencil. Call him the pencil because he draws so well.
yeah,
On occasion, not so well, but most of the time, well.
yeah. It's good, fair enough nickname there.
And then Paul Pasila will be the 2, and then Dale Rayner be the 3. It'll be our second time we've
Yeah,
teamed
good
up.
team. You guys played well last
then,
year.
And then myself, yeah, we got to the last was it the 16? We got beaten on the television mat, narrowly by Terry.
Yeah.
By you guys.
Yeah,
by
I remember
you,
I was
actually.
there, yeah.
Was it the 16?
Yeah,
It was.
I think
wasn't
it was.
something like that.
And then we didn't win the next game. It was a good game, bowls.
It's always disappointing when you lose, and then the team doesn't go on to.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It is frustrating.
Yeah, frustrating would be an understatement. So we see,
Especially when you felt you were playing better than that team
yeah, and then boom.
and still didn't win, and then they go boom, and then, yeah.
That's why we play this game, isn't it?
Keep coming back for more punishment
be
every year after
frustrated.
year.
As Brian looks like he's going to make another number here. Could be an unlucky 13. I'd miss this one. Don't want to get stuck on 13, Rainer. 12 is the place to be, then
You
get
don't
a
want
2.
to score a 1.
He's off the side of the mat.
Wow. On the big swing too.
That's really impressive.
He must have heard you. Must have not. He must has the same rule.
I wouldn't do it. You know,
12-2.
why would you want to put yourself on 13 points? It's an unlucky number, 13. So we see a 12-2 lead now for Brian McDonald. It's just for him, he's like, look, I've got 12-2 up doing what I'm doing. Why would I not keep doing the thing that I'm doing now? Whereas Lois will have a slightly different perspective on the match, I feel.
A few more ends, he can probably start killing a few too. Just wind the ends down when he make it mathematically impossible for her as well. So.
And we've seen that at Nationals before. I recall a match between Ashley Diamond and Avon Compton in the quarterfinals of the singles in Tauranga. And Ashley he must have been 8 up 3 to go or 10 up 3 to go or something. Just went kill, 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 shake hands. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happened in the 93 final too. I think you'll find there was a kill from Gary Lawson to take the game away from the person. Don't give them a chance.
Yep, fair enough.
Two points, of course, for if the white leaves the head, the offending player gets penalised 2 shots.
Yes. Yep, so it's often you come across, particularly outdoor bowlers who haven't played the indoor game, they think we don't drive in the indoor game. That couldn't be further from the truth. It's just about making sure that when you do drive, you hit what you're going for. If you can see the angles right, you can make sure that if you hit something, there's not going to be any jack movement involved.
Absolutely.
So it's just about understanding what you're going for, what you're hitting.
And it gives you that opportunity too. If you are 4 down, you've got nothing else, you go, hey, look, the kill's on. If I kill it, I'm only 2 down.
Yeah.
So if you're in the trouble and you can't draw your way out of it, or there's no logical other way out, overplay your shot and hope for the best.
For sure, and sometimes miracles can happen, as we see Brian McDonald on his forehand.
Doesn't like it.
Short, I reckon. But he got his first one close there. Lois Lamont, is there a hit? No. No.
Very durable on the big hand here.
She lets it go.
She's given us good pace, hasn't she?
Just slightly underplayed it. Disappointing. You need to be looking to score. Well, you just need to be looking to score, don't you, really?
She's just struggling. That's like what we've seen in the previous games. They've been forced onto that big swing.
Hard to pick. Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden, it's all uphill.
Maybe even literally. Yeah.
I think he's narrow too.
As we see, Brian, he'll be wishing it just had that little bit more weight to get around. Hasn't done so.
Big chance here now. She can draw that out.
Yeah.
Draw that ball out on that big swing.
Just smack the orange at 1 o'clock. See what happens.
Let a few frustrations out.
Yeah, I quite enjoy doing that myself. As we see Lois on the forehand.
Well, she gave that one a chance, didn't she?
There you see, she didn't really miss that ball by that much. But on the big swinging hand, it doesn't matter. You can miss it by 3 or 4 inches out of your hand.
It can
and
make
you look like a mug at the end of it.
It's pretty amateur looking, eh? And you're not. So it's another one. It's Brian McDonald. He's on 13. Let's see
13.
how he goes here.
It's an unlucky number. He's not getting off 13, Rayner.
You reckon
he might still win the game, but I don't think he's getting off 13. It's an unlucky number.
6 ends to go.
I can't see it.
Halfway. It's a big score, isn't it? Halfway through the game. This is the biggest score we've seen.
Yeah, he's just played well, to be fair, Brian. He hasn't really given Lois. Here's a chance.
Just as your commentator, you cursed him right there.
Done it twice.
And she's taken advantage. That looked a great delivery out of her hand.
On the backhand. She wants it to hold. She wants it to hold. As we swoop across the head on the backhand, but she's drawn the shot there. Nice weight. I really have been enjoying them. I mean, I understand that viewers can't hear the music, so just picture sort of an 80s playlist going the entire time. It's been a pleasant addition to this Summerset Nationals. As Brian makes a correction, that's a sign of a good bowler. Kept the line the same. He knew what he did wrong the first time, just made that correction. Lois on the backhand. Half a chance here from Lois Lamont. Slightly overplayed, but
for those of you at home, we've got there's obviously a grandstand quite close to the that'll be quite full later on in the finals come up, but we've also got a high level bit of vantage point for a lot of the spectators right along the length of the hall. There's a mezzanine floor that they've got seats on there, and getting a good vantage point from up there.
Yes, and I recall the Nationals, the last time we had it at Poirua, I was sitting up there somewhere, and Paul Midgley played Trevor Coleman in the national singles final.
That's right.
Great vantage point to watch that singles final, and Paul pulled it out of the fiery depths of not winning and found 4 points.
You did, yeah.
3 down last 10, found 4 points with his last bowl.
We're actually talking about that in the first game this morning.
Brilliant
exactly that
shot,
situation.
yeah.
And I had the pleasure of being able to commentate on that that game back then. And yeah, you could see it building. You could see it building. And it was like, can he see it? Can he see it? Can he see that shot from there?
Boom.
And he go, bang, got it 4.
Beautiful shot. Sort of thing you dream about doing, as we see Brian McDonald put another one in there. Great bowls.
You just hope it wasn't the commentator's curse, because it was like, you don't want to be dropping a 4 here. And he just, and Trevor just kept missing, and he was just unlucky. And you could see it building, and just like, oh no, just get in there, Trevor.
Yeah. Lois on her backhand, lacking.
Yeah, the 4th bowl is not the best.
Lacking weight and green there.
And I think it's going to be shaking hands time soon. I can't see this game going much longer.
No, I can't.
Oh, in fact, no. I thought that was it. I thought she was like,
yeah,
no.
maybe she said one more.
One more, maybe, if I get a 4.
One more. So keeping that in mind, that this game might not go that much longer. Okay, yeah.
4 ends at 16.
Yeah, so I mean the game's not going to go much longer. If you want to check out the results, if you're listening to this and you want to find the results, go to the New Zealand Indoor Bowls Facebook page,
Short
NZ
end.
Indoor Bowls.
Who's called that?
I think Lois must have
Killed
called it.
first bowl.
How good? Nah.
No, he's not want to look stupid, does he?
No, I'd do it. He looks like he might be.
Yeah, but I don't think he is.
What was I saying? Oh, to find the results, the spreadsheets on the Facebook page. Just have a nosy on that. I think it's on the website as well, nzindoorbowls.co.nz. Have a nosy at the spreadsheet. We're down to the quarterfinals of the Masters and the last 16 of the Open. There's some good matches going on left, right and centre. And, of course, the live streaming will actually be back straight after this, because I heard the Open is playing another game. Playing another game before lunchtime.
Oh, wow, so we're going to be back. Yep. And if you like what you see and you haven't played the game before and you're new to the sport, or you're just watching it for the first time, you think, hey, actually, I can give these guys I reckon I can be as good as these people out here.
Yes.
Come along to the New Zealand Indoor Bowls.co.nz.
Yeah, nzindoorbowls.co.nz, or just Google Indoor Bowls.
Find a club near
That'll do
you.
the trick. Yeah, we've got 400 and something clubs in New Zealand. There's one. Those are just affiliated ones as well. There's indoor bowling clubs everywhere. Anywhere you see a hall, there's probably an indoor bowls club that's there. It's a good sport. Low barriers to entry, very low cost. You essentially pay your club affiliation fee, and then the mats are provided, obviously, as are the bowls. You just need to have a pair of shoes that's not going to put damage in, and it's happy days.
And it's all mixed.
Yes, yeah. You talk
One of the
about
only sports in the country where there's no gender specific.
Yeah, and we've been doing it for 75 years.
Yep, absolutely.
Talk about a sport that can encompass everyone. Indoor bowls is the answer to that question, especially Lois on the backhand. I think just playing for the sake of it in this situation. I'll probably finish with a swerve drive or something and shake hands. Not sure if Lois has that in her arsenal.
I think you'll go for a little look for the jack here.
Brian, yeah, for sure, as he lines it up on his backhand.
Or is he going to just be a gentleman and just draw another shot?
Looks a bit short and narrow out of his... perfect.
Well, there's a short end, you're right there. Narrow, not so much, but Lois has got absolutely
Just hit it and shake hands,
no
Lois.
show here. Outside
That's the
blue,
call.
maybe.
Your blue that sits at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock on your screen. Smack that. Pray to your gods.
No. She's going to draw it.
She's gone for the outside edge of the orange. Tell me she's got one out of that.
No, I don't think so. One down.
Go on,
Outside the
Brian.
orange, is it?
I think we're going to see a shaking of the hands here. That's points to Brian McDonald. I think we're going to see it come to a conclusion.
16-2, surely now. No.
I've already done the where they can find the results. Okay, well, shall we thank Summerset as we can see
You never know
there?
when you might get another chance to play on this, Matt.
Yep.
Practice on it, I say.
Yeah, fair enough. Very cool. Keeps the stream going. Something to do for a while, as we can see. It's getting right down now. Those 76 mats that have been laid out, or 70 something mats that have been laid out on the hall, down to the last 16 of the Open Singles and last 8 of the Masters. Brian, good first bowl. And the Summerset sign in the background. Very grateful for their support.
Right in behind the screen there, you can see Marcus Trillin. Just brushing his nose there. He's the bearded man there.
Yeah.
He's playing Terry Blackburn there.
That'll be a great game of bowls. Marcus Trillin, another one of the ones who probably favoured to go close to winning this New Zealand singles title. It's a good bowler. Won the Catholic Nationals on a number of occasions.
Won the Henselite Singles, New Zealand.
2 or 3.
2018, I believe.
Sounds right.
Something like that. And a reserve in the Matt Blacks team this year. So, yeah, he's really put the results on the board and proven his worth. And very formidable singles player.
Yeah.
So Terry will be having a tough go there.
Lois Lamont here. She'll be happy with this, you know.
Great finish to
She
the
is
game here.
obviously a capable bowler, or you wouldn't have made the quarterfinals of a national event. And she'll be disappointed with how she started, but maybe she's keeping on playing because she knows she can do better and just wants to prove that to herself. Fair enough.
She's obviously just hasn't mastered this mat.
Yeah, and we saw it right from the beginning where Brian played the forehand. Look at that shot. Played the forehand or the straight-handed side, and Lois spent a few bowls on the big swing and got punished for it.
Yeah. And Brian, under no sort of pressure the whole game, can just naturally just get down and just relax and just play his natural draw game. And
Just do his thing.
nothing's really worried him.
We see Lois.
I mean, that's a great
another
shot,
bowl
wasn't it?
thereabouts.
Little tap and a hit out.
It's a pretty good shot, really.
Yeah.
So we see the head there. I'm liking all the
Surely
camera angles we have.
Surely he'll have a little go at this. Just a little.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't really, can he? Because it won't turn.
No.
But, okay, he'll just be overdrawing it.
Just about draw the shot on the forehand. You'd want to use your square a little bit.
Yeah, is he using it enough?
I would question if he has to get perfect weight or it's not going to come back.
And he has played it well.
That's incredibly good.
That's why we're sitting here, Alex. We've got no idea.
I would have used my square more and been tight.
Yes.
Is what would have
We both would have been
That's what would have happened.
narrow and sliding for a result.
Oh, this could get a good result here. Didn't get a good result. Handshake,
Here we go. There's the
handshake
shake of the
time.
hands.
This is it. So we see Brian McDonald with a very convincing win there. 17 points to 2 as he marches on in his quest to win his first Masters singles title over Lois Lamont. 2 points. Thanks for joining me for that game, Grant. That was
It's
good.
been a pleasure, Alex. And yeah, Brian just too classy there. Marching his way, as you say, into the semi-final.
Yeah. He's going to have to come against someone pretty good to beat him. So for now, thank you very much. And just remember, stay tuned onto the New Zealand Indoor Bowls YouTube channel and Facebook page. We'll be back probably half an hour to 40 minutes away once the games have completed with an open singles quarterfinal match. So until then, enjoy your cup of tea.
Think new friends in every neighbour. Love the life you choose at Summerset Retirement Villages.